Hello. In this video, we'll learn about Form W-2 and Form W-3 and what payroll accountants must do at year-end to complete these forms. A critical year-end form is the Form W-2, which the employer must deliver to all employees who were employed during the previous year by January 31st. The Form W-2 reports all the employees' pay, and understanding the correlation between the W-2 and the employee's final payroll for the year is important. It's also important to note that the taxable income and the Social Security wages on the W-2 will not be the same number when the employee has pre-tax deductions. All tips reported to the employer will be reflected on the W-2, as will any retirement plan contributions, union dues, and tuition benefits. Part of the Affordable Care Act of 2010 required employers to list the healthcare benefits on the W-2 in Box 12. There's several copies of the Form W-2, and each copy goes to different recipients. Copy A is for the Social Security Administration. Copy 1 and Copy 2 are for the state, city, or local tax department. Copy B is for the employee's federal tax return, and Copy C is for the employee's records. Copy D is for the employer. Here's an example of a completed Form W-2. This W-2 is for Baylor Christopherson, who worked for Sunnysdale Senior Community in 2023. So let's go through the information together. Box A contains the employee's Social Security number, and Box B, the employer's identification number. The employer's name and address is shown in Box C, and the employee's name and address is shown in Box E. Box 1 contains the wages, tips, and other compensation. Baylor earned $38,523.34 during 2023, but contributed $2,000 to his retirement plan. That is why this Box 1 shows $36,523.34 as the taxable wages. Box 2 contains the federal income tax withheld. Baylor had $3,671.04 withheld based on his W-4 information. Box 3 and 5 contain the Social Security and Medicare wages. Note that these two boxes contain a higher amount than Box 1. Baylor has a retirement plan into which he contributed $2,000 during 2023, which were not deductible in calculating the FICA wages. Box 4 and 6 contain the Social Security tax withheld of $2,388.45 and the Medicare tax withheld of $588.89. Boxes 16 and 17 contain the state tax information. Baylor had $1,369.63 withheld for state taxes based on the state withholding certificate that he filed in January of 2023. Form W-3 is the transmittal form that accompanies the submission of Copy A to the Social Security Administration. It contains the aggregate data for all W-2s issued by an employer. The Form W-3 and all accompanying W-2s must be mailed or electronically submitted by January 31st of the following year. The total wages reported on the W-3 must match the annual wages reported on Forms 941 and 940. Here's an example. In Box B, the company checks what kind of payer it is. In this case, the company files a Form 941. Companies also check a box for type of employer or none apply. In Box C, we enter the number of Forms W-2 that are attached and fill in the employer ID number in Box E and the employer's name and address in Box F and G. We need to add up all the wages and taxes and deferred compensation and fill them in boxes 1 through 19. In the last two rows of the form, the company fills in the employer's contact person, as well as the phone number, fax number, and email address. The form must be signed and dated by an authorized individual and then submitted to the Social Security Administration.